Hi, today's topic is about properties of quadrilaterals. Okay, properties of quadrilateral. See, I have done a very small video about introduction of quadrilaters. Okay, you can check that. Now, what are quadrilaters? Okay, now before this, you should know what are polygons before understanding. Polygon. What is a polygon? A closed figure bounded by line segments. Okay, polygon is nothing but a closed figure bounded by line segments. Line segments are nothing but joining two points is nothing but a line segment. Okay, now polygon we are talking about. Okay, it can be like this, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. All these are called polygons. Now what are quadrilaters? A polygon having three sides are called triangles. Okay, a polygon having 1 2 3 4 5 sides is nothing but pentagon. Okay, a polygon having 4 sides is nothing but quadrilaters. Okay, a polygon having 6 sides, hexagon, 7 sides, septagon, 8 sides, octagon, 9 sides, nonagon, 10 sides, decagon. So under polygons, under types of polygons, a polygon having 4 sides is called a quadrilateral. Okay, under quadrilateral, so first polygon. Under the polygon some types will be there, so from that quadrilaters comes. Now from quadrilateral different types are there. What are those? Square, rectangle, next rhombus, trapezium, parallelogram, like that. Okay, so let's learn basic properties of a quadrilateral. Okay, so quadrilaters, what are quadrilaters? 1 2 3 4. Okay, I'm joining 4 points, so it is a quadrilateral. From quadrilateral trapezium comes. Okay, family of a quadrilateral picture it is. Okay, now from this is trapezium. From trapezium, parallelogram. From parallelogram, rectangle. Rhombus. Square. So these are this is a picture of family of a quadrilateral. Okay, it is going to have 4 properties. What are those? 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles. Sum of all angles is equals to 360 degrees. Okay, so these are the 4 basic properties of a quadrilateral. So when a quadrilateral becomes trapezium, so including 4 properties, if this quadrilateral is going to have some other extra 1 property, it will become trapezium. What is that? What type of property? What is that extra? I mean, which type of property if I add to this quadrilateral will become trapezium? Let's say in a next class. Okay, next video. Now, if you make some changes to trapezium, it will become parallelogram, and if you make some changes to parallelogram, either it will become a rectangle or else it will become a rhombus. Okay, to these both rhombus and rectangle, if you make some changes, then it will become a square. Okay, now actually what are those changes which we are going to do, so that these quadrilaters become types of quadrilaters like a trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, that we will discuss later. Okay, now whatever square is there, okay, this square is there. A square is also called rectangle, a square is also called rhombus, or else a square is called as rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium, and also quadrilateral. Okay, but quadrilateral we cannot call all the quadrilaters are squares, but we can say all squares are, we can call it as rectangle, we can call it as a rhombus, we can call it as a parallelogram, we can call it as a trapezium, or else finally we can call it as a quadrilateral. Okay, why? Because whatever properties quadrilateral is having, this trapezium is also exists the same properties. From the trapezium, parallelogram came. From the parallelogram, either it became rectangle or else rhombus. From these two, if we make some changes, a square comes. So square is nothing but it is having all the properties which a quadrilateral having, trapezium having, parallelogram and rectangle and rhombus. So whatever properties all these diagrams are having, the same properties square also having, with an extra power. Okay, what is that extra power, so that we are calling it as a square? Let's discuss in detail later. Okay, so what I want to explain blindly is nothing but first class student is there, 10th class students is there. Okay, now from first class you have learned second, third, fourth, then 10th, right? So if I give a paper of first standard to first person and also 10th person, so 10th person can solve the first class paper, but first class student cannot solve the 10th class paper, right? Why? Because whatever properties the first class student is having, the same properties knowledge or else knowledge this 10th class guy is having, right? Why? Because he came across first class, second, third, fourth, like that. After 9th he came to 10th class, means whatever properties, whatever knowledge first class person is having, the same knowledge the 10th class also is having, right? So in the same way, imagine it's a small baby. Okay, after making some knowledge, some changes, it has grown like a trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus, square, like that. Okay, so I can say all squares are called quadrilaters, all squares we can call it as trapezium, all squares we can call rectangle and rhombus. Okay, all squares, but all rhombuses cannot be square. I can say all 10th class students can solve the first class students question paper, but a first class student cannot solve the 10th class question paper. Okay, so understand the logic. So let's discuss about all these types of quadrilaters in detail. Okay, now I'm taking 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4. Name it as A, B, C, D. Okay, I'm joining them using ruler. Where is my ruler? I'm joining with the help of ruler. One, 2, 3, 4. Now when we join 4 line segments, a closed figure bounded by 4 line segments is nothing but a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is going to have 4 sides, means AB. Sides, how many? 4 sides. What are those? AB, a 1 line segment, BC, another one, CD, another one, DA, another one. So 4 sides and 4 angles. What are those? Angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. Angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D. Okay, 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices. What are those? Vertices is nothing but intersection of 2 line segments together makes a vertex. So like that, how many are there? Point A, point B, point C, and point D. Okay, these are the 3 points. It is going to have 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices, and the properties are, okay, sum of 4 angles is equals to 360 degrees. Okay, you add all the angles. Okay, angle A plus angle B, angle C, angle D, together it gives how much? 360 degrees. Okay, now if you take the same diagram, A, B, C, D, opposite sides. If I take AB as one side, AB's opposite side is CD. AB, DC also you can say. AB, CD. This is one pair. How many pair of opposites it is going to have? 2 pairs. 1, 2. The other one is AD, BC. Okay. Next, adjacent sides. What are those adjacent sides? If I take AB and BC, AB and BC are adjacent. Okay. The next side of next line segment of AB is BC. Okay. You can also say, teacher, I can go even the other side also. AB's the other another adjacent side is AD. Yeah, you can write even that also. AB, BC is one pair. BC and CD is another one, and CD and DA is another one, and DA and AB is another one. Okay, DA and AB. AB, BC. So if you take one line segment, it is going to have 2 adjacent sides. First one is AD, other one is BC. So AB's first adjacent side is BC and the other one is DA. Like that, if you compare for each and every line segment, it is going to have 2 adjacent sides. Okay, clear? Now similarly, diagonals. What are diagonals? Okay, if you take opposite vertices, the line segment joining 2 opposite vertices is nothing but diagonals. Okay, how many diagonals it is going to have? 2. AC is one diagonal and BD is another one. Okay, clear? Similarly, opposite angles. What are opposite angles? Angle A is opposite to angle C. This is one pair. Then next one is angle B is opposite to angle D. Now what are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles are, if you take angle A, the adjacent angle is angle B. Similarly, angle B's adjacent angle is angle C, and angle C's adjacent angle is angle D, and angle D's adjacent angle is angle A. If you check in this way, for one angle it is you are going to get 2 adjacent angles. Angle A's adjacent angle is angle B and also angle D. Okay. Similarly, angle what we call adjacent side of adjacent side of AB side is AD and also BC side. Similarly, in the same way, angle A's adjacent angle is angle B and also angle D. Not only for angle A, for each and every angle, they are going to have 2 pair of adjacent angles. Okay, now adjacent angles are opposite. Opposite angles have we discussed? No. Opposite angles. What are the opposite angles? Angle A's opposite angle is angle C, and one more pair is angle D's opposite angle is angle B. Like this. So these are the small basics. Okay. Now A, B, C and D. So if you join what we call a closed figure bounded by 4 sides, 4 line segments is nothing but a quadrilateral. Now from this quadrilateral there are 4 types. First one is trapezium. Second one is parallelogram. Third, rectangle. then rhombus, fourth one is square. Okay, these are types of quadrilaterals. Now trapezium. What is this trapezium? The basic property of a quadrilateral I'm talking about. Quadrilateral is sum of all the angles is equals to 360 degrees. Okay. Next type is, see this property, what is that? Sum of all the angles is equals to 360 degrees is applicable to all these types of quadrilaterals, because these are the family of a quadrilateral. Whatever properties a quadrilateral is having, the same property trapezium is also having, exists. The same property exists in parallelogram, the same property exists in rectangle, the same property exists in rhombus and also in square. Now, how a quadrilateral turns into trapezium? Let's talk about. What is this trapezium? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's take P, Q, R, S. Now, if you observe, it is having 4 sides, right? 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles. Now let's check. Okay, now 4 sides it is having. Yes, 4 vertices P, Q, R, S. Yes, 4 angles, angle P, angle Q, angle R and angle S. Yes, and sum of all these triangles, angles is equals to 360 degrees. Yes, so it is a quadrilateral. Extra what point it is going to have means, you can observe somewhat a different shape it is, right? Now compared to first diagram, second diagram is somewhat different. Why it is different? Because it here opposite sides I'm talking about. AB sides opposite is BC. Sorry, AB's opposite side is CD. Now they are not parallel. Parallel in the sense, they are going to have equal distance. Reason, one pair means one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Parallel in the sense they don't intersect. Even if you extend here left side, right side also, they won't intersect at anywhere. So the lines which do not intersect are called parallel lines. Okay, PQ is parallel to Q. So the main point in trapezium is, what is this trapezium is? Trapezium is a quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral. When a quadrilateral becomes trapezium means one pair of opposite sides are, if one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then the quadrilateral becomes trapezium. Okay, now including all these points, extra what point this trapezium is going to have means, PQ, line segment PQ is parallel to SR. Okay, first point. Now second point, 1, 2, 3, 4, including all these 4 points, extra 1 point it is going to have. What is that? One pair of opposite sides are parallel, and now angle P's adjacent angle is angle S. Angle Q's adjacent angle is angle R. So angle P plus angle Q, angle P plus angle S is equals to 180 degrees, and angle Q plus angle R is equals to 180 degrees. Sum of one pair of adjacent angles, sum of two pair of adjacent angles is equals to 180 degrees, means supplement. We have learned already, when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, 4 angles it is going to have. So transversal intersects two parallel lines, sum of interior angles of one side of a transversal is supplementary. Means this is transversal, its one side is here. Okay, interior means these two are interior angles. Okay, these two are interior angles. So sum of interior angles of one side of a transversal are 180 degrees. So if we extend, I can show you using another I don't have a pen. Okay, you just, I'll make it dark. Okay, this PQ is a line segment. Okay, if I extend these two line segment like this, okay, and if I extend PQ also like this, so these two are parallel lines and it is a transversal, and one side of a transversal, the interior angles of one side of a transversal who will become angle P and angle S. So in that, using this property, we can say angle P plus angle S is equals to 180 degrees, and also these two are parallel and it is a transversal. Which one? QR is a transversal if I extend like this. So one side of a transversal, I mean angles, interior angles of one side of a transversal according to this is angle Q and angle R. If you add these two, it will become 180. So using this property, a parallelogram is, I mean a trapezium is going to have, using this property, a trapezium is going to have all the properties which is a quadrature is having extra. One side of a one pair of opposite sides are parallel, and two pair of adjacent angles is equals to supplementary. Which two pair? Angle P plus angle S, angle Q plus angle R is equals to 180 degrees. Okay, now this is about quadrilateral. Now sorry, this is about trapezium.